And we're off for second half action here between the Grizzlies and the Condors. Quickly off, the ball goes into Tashir. Tashir will put that one up. She's quickly swarmed by Schlick, and once again that battle in the post continues to happen. And Cruz still on the court. She's starting off the second half as a main ball handler at point. Cruz gets that one to Talia Ferguson. Ferguson back to Cruz. Cruz will take the shot. She gets to the Loke. Loke will drive. She's sent back by Tashir. Tashir with her fourth block of the game. And this one's going up by Owens. Sydney Owens over to Ma. And that one's quickly picked off by Cruz as she tried to get to Patria. Patria couldn't handle that one. Cruz fakes the shot. She gets it over. And quickly swarmed by Hall. And there's a travel called on the Condors. That was number 5. Talia Ferguson. She'll inbound that one to Megan Owens. Owens across to Sydney. Sydney gets it off for Julia Teixeira. Teixeira over to Ma. Ma waiting up. She gets it off for Kennedy Hall. Hall in for Teixeira. Teixeira swarmed. She gets her own rebound. She's fighting, and then she's sent back by Schlick. Schlick to Megan Owens for 3, and that one's just off for me as well. That was Sydney Owens, and Julia Teixeira picking up a hard foul there. We'll see if they count that one as a technical or just a personal. And they're going to count that one as a personal foul for the push. And running up the ball here will be Hannah Lokes. Lokes gives it back to Talia Ferguson. Ferguson across for Cruz. Cruz calls the play. Trying to call it over those trash bins there, but it's going to be hard to hear. There's Cruz. Cruz goes in. She stops up. There's Schlick. Back to Lokes. Lokes back up to Cruz. Cruz will drive. She'll get it over Shearer. And she gets that off of Julia Teixeira. Teixeira, not surprising about that one. Logan Cruz having a great game. Now here comes Sydney Owens. Owens will reset at the top. She gives it to Julia Teixeira. Teixeira, great move. She gets it down to Kennedy Hall. Hall will roll that one up there. Now here comes Schlick. She gives it back to Ferguson. Ferguson working this ball up. She gets it to Cruz. Cruz will stop up. She gives it back to Ferguson. Ferguson looking around. She gets it for Lokes. Lokes from deep, and that one just about goes in, rolls off the front rip there, and it's rebounded, tipped to Cruz. Cruz will reset now. She gets it off there. There's another attempt at a jump shot, and that one's just off the inside of the rim, and now this will be reset by Sydney Owens. Owens just about loses the handle, but she gets that one back. She gets it to Megan Owens. Megan Owens gets back in. She gives it for Kennedy Hall. Hall looking. She gives it off for Sydney Ma. Ma with 8 on the clock. She'll pull up for a 3, and that one's good. Sydney Ma hits a 3, and that one will push their lead up to 9. Now the Condors trying to retaliate here, and that one goes to Logan Cruz. Cruz back to Ferguson. Back up to Cruz. Cruz will load up for a 3, trying to respond, and that one's off the front of the rim there. Rebound almost to the Condors. It gets tipped out by the Condors too, rushing for it, and it's out of bounds on the Duchess Condors. And the Grizzlies will reset here as they head up. There's Megan Owens. Megan out to Sydney Ma. Ma scoring a 3 on the last possession here. This time she's heavily guarded. It's almost stolen. She just about goes past half court, and there's a nice steal by Cruz. Cruz cutting in. She's got an easy basket there, and that one just rolls in. Logan Cruz on the steal once again. Sydney Ma runs this one up. She gives it off for Megan Owens, and that one's a backcourt violation. Megan Owens didn't get that one across half in time. That one's quickly inbounded to Lokes. Lokes looking for space. She goes for a hot step. She's not open. Now goes to Cruz. Cruz will take the 3. She hands it off, and there's a jump shot there, and a friendly roll around the rim for Grace Callier. And now Sydney Owens will bring this one up for the Grizzlies. Sydney Owens trying to make some space there. It's almost a steal again, and Sydney Ma fights for that one, and that one's going to be out of bounds on the Grizzlies. And the Grizzlies looking to reset here. Coach Sarah Moritzen trying to reset the play here as the Condors really battling back. There was a great 3 from Sydney Ma to push that lead to 9. Now all of a sudden with 2 extra buckets, the Condors are back within 5. It is a 2-possession game here, folks, but it's a very entertaining game nonetheless. You hear the Condors fans and the Grizzlies fans really going at it here. Great atmosphere for a provincial basketball game here. You're looking at the AAA Junior Girls Basketball Championships here in the Invitational Tournament at the Langley Event Center. This timeout brought to you by Centaur Products and Inc. Sport Contracting. Get your best product for your sports team anytime, anywhere with Centaur Products Inc. And the Grizzlies sticking with their starting lines as well. Kennedy Hall and Julia Teixeira at the 5 and 4 and 5. At the 1 and the 2 are the Owen sisters, and at the 3 is Sydney Ma. And that one's quickly inbounded to Megan Owens. Owens over to Sydney Ma. Ma quickly guarded by Kaylin. Out. This one goes out to Kennedy Hall. Hall back up for Owens. Owens in the paint. Hall is open, and she's sent back by Schlick. Schlick with 4 blocks, 2 of them in this quarter. Schlick showing that she can compete with the best once again. Once again, the 12th grader in her graduating year is looking to make the best of this tournament for the Condors. Owens isolated here. She gets to the Hall. That sits out of Hall's hands. Julia Teixeira will put it up, and that one won't count regardless. And the referee will call a whistle here. Is an early breakout, so they'll reset at the sidelines. That one goes into Cruz. Cruz walking this one in. She gets it off for Talia Ferguson. Ferguson out to Cruz. Cruz in the paint for Schlick. Schlick finds Kaylin. Kaylin gives it back to Ferguson. Ferguson will load up for the jumper, and that one goes well past the net. And Schlick, what a rebound pass to Cruz. Cruz will pull up for the jumper, and that one drops in right away. Schlick dominating on the boards, both defensively and offensively, as the Grizzlies try to retaliate here. 1 possession game here, only leading by 3 is the Grizzlies. That one goes to Sydney Ma. Ma heavily guarded by Cruz. That one goes to Megan Owens. Sydney Owens, and Sydney Owens in for Hall. Hall to Teixeira. Teixeira will go for the post hook, and what a play by Teixeira, taking that one to Hannah Lokes. And this one is quickly brought up by Ferguson. Ferguson finds Cruz. Cruz across to Hannah Lokes. Lokes will load up for a jumper, and that one's just off there, and there's almost another rebound. And getting that rebound is Grace Kalier. Kalier looking for the rebound there, and there's a substitution coming on. Karen Hamp will come on for number 9, Kalier. Kalier finishing off that one, her first shift there with 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 bucket. Not a bad start, given that we're only at the 5-minute marker, about 5:20 exact. Here goes to Sydney Ma. Back up to Teixeira. Teixeira over to Hall. Hall trying to find some space. She gives it to Ma. Ma has some space for a 3, and she knocks that one down again. Sydney Ma on back-to-back shots for her has knocked down yet another 3-pointer, and that one's a backstabber as the Condors continue to battle back here. Here's Ferguson. She gets it back up for Cruz. Cruz with a crossover move. There's a spin move, but Cruz goes to Hannah Lokes. Hannah Lokes is heavily guarded. Goes to Ferguson. Ferguson will stop up. She'll give that one to Hemp, who's just in the game. Hemp to Ferguson. Ferguson down to Schleck. Schleck to Cruz. Cruz will try to respond with the 3, and that one's going in. It's a gunslinging matchup between Sydney Ma and Cruz. We'll see how Ma and the Grizzlies respond here. Ma to Sydney Owens. Owens up for Teixeira. Teixeira gets that one out for Hall. Hall back to Owens. In the paint for Julia Teixeira. And that one's up by Owens, and that one's just short as well. That one's rebounded quickly by Hemp, and Hemp will get that one up to Ferguson. Ferguson will slow down the play here. Ferguson trying to make space. She gets that one to Hemp. Hemp in the paint for Schlick. Schlick gets it out, and there's another play there. Hannah Lokes for 3, and that one goes wide. Schlick with the rebound. She puts that up, and that one goes wide as well. Pardon me, that was Hemp. And now here comes Owens. Owens bringing this one up. Here's Megan Owens. Owens sends it out for Sydney. Sydney had some time, but she decides to hold it. It goes to Julia Teixeira. Teixeira off to Hall. Hall looking for some space. Great backdoor cut from Owens, and that one's just short. And Julia Teixeira almost getting that rebound, but it's tipped out of bounds instead. And the Condors will have a chance to make this a 1-possession game once again on this possession. Subbing in for Ferguson, number 6 of the Condors, Jada Pijot. Pijot coming in once again, rotating through the bench rotation for the Condors. Here comes Logan Cruz. Cruz gives it to Pijot. Pijot looking, she gives it back to Cruz. Cruz will load and fire, and what a great form by Logan Cruz. Back-to-back 3-pointers for her, and this game got a whole lot more interesting, 40-38. Only trailing by 2 points now are the Condors. Grizzlies out to Teixeira. Back to Sydney Ma. Ma gets a screen by Hall, but it's not too effective. It goes out to Megan Owens. Megan Owens in for Tashir. Tashir quickly triple team there. The ball's knocked out of her hands, and we'll see who that's out of bounds on. That's going to be out of bounds on the Condors. Subbing in number 4 for the Condors is Riley Zatorsky. And subbing in number 7 for Sydney Ma of the Grizzlies is Taylor Wright. Owens gets that one in for Hall. Hall quickly sworn in the paint. She's trying to find options. She gets it out for Megan Owens. Owens quickly out to Wright. Wright will fake the shot. She gets it out for Sydney Owens, and the shot clock almost expiring. Great steal by the Condors, and now Logan Cruz. What a spin move, and straight to the rack, and that one just bounced it out. Logan Cruz takes a huge hit there, and they'll retain possession. Logan Cruz turning it in, cranking it up to another level of play here. She has 2 3-pointers in this corner, and now she draws a foul after grabbing her own rebound as well. And they'll run a 2-person stack play here. And this pick is set by Schlick. What a play. She just can't handle that pass, but it goes back to Cruz. Cruz will fake the 3. She'll reset. Now she'll pull up for the 3. And that one's just short. Cruz feeling confident on that one, but a good shot nonetheless, as she did have some space. Tashira will inbound that one to Sydney Owens. Owens brings that one up. She gives it to her sister Megan. Back to Tashira. Tashira out for Sydney Owens. Owens waiting on 3. She gives it to Taylor. Taylor will drive. She'll put up the hook. She draws contact, and that'll be 2 shots at the free throw line there. That'll be Zatorsky's first foul of the game. And Wright will hit the back rim on that first free throw. A little bit too hard on that one. And she misses both. Tashira gets the rebound, though. Tashira keeping this one going. She gets it off for Kennedy Hall. Hall hits it to Owens. Owens trying to cut in. And she draws a foul, it seems. We'll see what the call is here. And a foul is going to be called on number 6 of the Condors as she subs off here. Jada Pacho will come off, and coming back in, number 5, Talia Ferguson. They run a set play outside the perimeter. There goes to Owens, in for Tashira. Tashira finds Wright. Wright across for Sydney Owens. Owens for 3, and that one just about goes in as well. Taylor Wright follows up that one. It goes to Tashira. Back to Megan Owens. Megan Owens puts that one up and in. Great passing once again by the Grizzlies. Now the Condors will take it back up. Here comes Talia Ferguson. Ferguson waiting. She slows the play down. She kicks it out for Hemp. Hemp looking for a pass. Instead she shoots, and what a great decision as well. She hits the jumper, and this all of a sudden, folks, has picked up. Condors still trailing, yet to get their first lead of the game, but they are keeping within reach. Here it goes to Sydney Owens. Owens waiting. She gets it off to Tashira. Tashira, great move. It goes to Kennedy Hall. Kennedy Hall goes hard in the paint, but she can't finish that one. There's a rebound there, and still no finish there, and so Talia Ferguson will take it back for the Condors. Ferguson slows down. She tries to swing it past for Schlick, and Schlick just can't get that one. Tashira will try to run it up court. She'll stop up. She'll get it off for Owens, Sydney Owens, and Sydney Owens will reset the play here. She gets this pick by Stewart. It's quickly rolled over by Cruz. Right in for Tashira. Tashira trying to go into the paint. Tashira versus Schlick, and she'll kick it out for Owens. One more to Kennedy Hall. Hall cross for Wright. 5 on the shot clock. Hall gets that one into Owens, and that one's just too high for Owens. That's the pressure of the shot clock, folks. With 3 seconds left, it was either a quick pass or a shot. Nonetheless, the pass goes out of bounds, and the Condors will have a chance to tie the game on this possession. Here comes Cruz. Cruz quickly gets it up. They find Zatorsky, and it's quickly stolen by Wright. Wright going on there. She has 2 Condors trailing her. There's Wright, puts it up and in. Wright using her speed to the advantage to finish the fast big break play. Zatorsky gives it back to Talia Ferguson. Ferguson will bring this back up for the Condors. Ferguson setting up. She's going one-on-one against Owens, and she pants it out for Hemp. Hemp in for Zatorsky. Great cut at the basket. Zatorsky can't control that one. The ball is up for grabs, and there's 2 hands on the ball there. We'll see what the call is, and it goes in favor of the Condors, I believe. Yes, it does. And Tashira will finally get a break here, subbing in for Tashira, number 12, Madison Zillwood. And Zatorsky gets it off for Schlick. Schlick in traffic, finishes that one using her size as advantage, and especially with Julia Tashira off. the court now. Schlick will have more space to maneuver. That one goes to Sydney Owens. Sydney Owens maneuvers around. She pulls up. She fakes it. She gives it to Hall. Now it goes to Megan Owens. Megan Owens will fake the shot. She'll give it to Sydney Owens. She gets the screen. She steps back, gives it to Wright. Wright with under 10 seconds left on the clock. She goes in on Schlick, and Schlick sends her back, and now the Condors with the momentum on their side. Zatorsky trying to go in. Taylor Hall almost with the steal. Taylor Wright almost a steal. It goes out to the Condors now. There's Talia Ferguson. Ferguson looking for space. She stopped up. She gives it back to Zatorsky to reset. Zatorsky looking. She gets it off for Cruz, and that one's just behind Cruz. And Cruz not too happy with that pass there. Now 20.4 seconds left in what has been a fast-paced third quarter. Here comes Megan Owens. She gets the ball to Kennedy Hall. Now for Zillwood. Zillwood doubled up quickly. She'll have possession on that one, and we'll see what the call is here. And that one will go in favor of the Grizzlies. And they'll run a stack play at the top there. It goes to Megan Owens. Megan Owens will drive. There's 8 seconds left on the clock. She gives it for Wright. And there's Sydney Owens wide open for a three before this ends. And no, there's a rebound there. 2 seconds on the clock, and she's sent back by Schlick. What a block by Schlick. 1 second on the clock. And no, that's going to be a foul on Schlick. It seems she got contact with her left hand, while the right hand got contact with the ball. And to end the quarter here, Kennedy Hall will be able to end the quarter with 2 free throws, pushing them to a 6-point lead. We'll see how that works here, to a 4-point lead, pardon me. And so it's 44-42 still. She can put this one to a 3-point lead. She hits this next one. And she knocks down that one. That one quickly goes to Cruz. Cruz with the second on the clock. She'll loft it up, and that will do the quarter, folks. Fast-paced basketball at its best. You're tuned in to the Langley Event Center for the AAA first annual tournament, where the AAA is the second highest division rank in this tournament. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Isaiah Khan, calling this live from the Langley Event Center. It's a high school, secondary school, another term for that. Provincial tournament held here at the Langley Event Center, and what was a very fast-paced first half, and now an even faster third quarter. This third quarter, less three-pointers, but majority of the three-pointers came from Logan Cruz. Cruz finishing with 2 three-pointers on that quarter, and nonetheless, Schlick playing great defense. Jasmine Schlick, once again, 6'3", graduating year. And she's looking to continue her pace, her dominance in the paint with 4 blocks. And Jasmine Schlick actually caught a break there. She got 2 more offensive rebounds, but ironically enough, it was after Julia Teixeira was taken off the bench. But that could be a coaching move by Sarah Moritzen, as she might want to rest Teixeira with the upcoming fourth quarter. And the fourth quarter will now come underway here. And the Condors won the tip-off in the first quarter, so they'll get an important possession to start the fourth. And Logan Cruz will come on here. She quickly finds a person in the three, and she doesn't go for the three-pointer, actually. She'll go back to Cruz. Cruz stopped up. She'll go for the three, and ooh, that one's just short, but that one had potential, and that one's still out of bounds by the Condors. And subbing back in, they're going to go with one Owens sister at the time, so number 6, Sydney Owens will come in for number 4, Megan Owens for the Grizzlies. Sydney Ma will bring this one up. It goes to Sydney Owens. Owens looking around. She finds Hall. Hall looking for some space. She gives it to Wright. Wright also looking for someone now. Tight coverage by the Condors. It goes to Teixeira. Teixeira to Ma. Ma's quickly sent back by Hemp. 7 seconds on the shot clock now. We'll see what the Grizzlies can do after a great defensive block by Hemp. And there's a screen for Wright. Wright's wide open, but she gives it to Ma. Ma for 3, and oh, just about gets that one there. Big rebound opportunity there. It bounces off Sydney Owens and goes out of bounds, so Condors will have a chance to reset offensively and take this one up slowly. Here comes Logan Cruz. The Grizzlies playing tight half-court defense. That one goes to Hemp. Hemp, after following up with an important block, she now finishes an important bucket, and the Condors are back within 1. There goes to Owens, to Sydney Ma. Ma slows that one up. She's waiting for support, and she gets it from Hall. Hall to Wright. Wright looking. She tries to float it up for Teixeira. It actually bounces Sydney Owens. Owens in from Hall, and Hall seemingly boxed out Schlick, but Schlick using her reach to get some possession there. It's quickly kicked out. And now here comes, there's the three, and that one rolls in and out once again. The perimeter shots opening up for the Condors, but still yet to capitalize. Here come the Grizzly to share. Over to Ma. Ma will have to regain that one. She gives it up for Hall. Hall avoids the steal and draws contact there. Logan Cruz playing hard. We'll see if she's got more than 2 fouls here. That'll be an important aspect in the game. That'll be her first personal of the second half. So not too bad here. Ma over to Megan Owens. Megan Owens across to Sydney Owens. Owens across for Ma. Ma with space, and she's covered heavily by Hemp, but nonetheless she's able to finish that one off. 47-44 in favor of the Grizzlies as this continues to be a tight game. Condors brings it up. Here's Talia Ferguson. Ferguson looking. She goes for the drive. What a step of the Euro, and she finishes off with a beautiful finger roll there. And now here comes Megan Owens. Megan Owens coming back up in here. She takes on Talia Ferguson playing tight defense now. Sydney Ma goes for the cover. She yells for that one. Then she's quickly blocked up. And Sydney Ma with the hot hand. Another cut for Sydney Ma. That's back-to-back buckets for her. Now Talia Ferguson will bring it back up. She quickly gets it up front court. Here come the Condors. She goes for a Euro step, and what a play in traffic. Both teams finding their stride. That was number 9 for the Condors, Grace Kalier. Now here's Megan Owens. Megan looking for space. Talia Ferguson tight on her. Logan Cruz comes up with a steal. Can she keep it in? And that's exactly what she does. 2-on-2 fast break. It goes to Ferguson. Ferguson, and what a block from Hall. Hall avoids a fast break score for the Condors. Condors can take a lead on this one. And subbing in for the Condors, number 11, Hannah Lokes. She'll be coming in for number 5, Talia Ferguson. Here comes Logan Cruz at the top for Lokes. Lokes will take the three. She'll drive wide. She'll put that one up, and that one goes off. Lokes collects her own rebound. She's swarmed in the paint, so she kicks it out. There goes the Collier to Logan Cruz. Cruz going for a spin move. Cruz loses her handle. She kicks it out, and it's too hot to handle for Karen Hamp. And Logan Cruz will line up to inbound the ball here. She's usually the receiver, but we'll see what the play is called here. That one goes in. It goes up for Hemp, and that one sails over her, just too high and too hot to handle. And there will be a reset here, just a little bit of a mix-up from the referees, and that one goes to Kennedy Hall. Hall back to Owens as they bring it up court here. Owens takes the body. She spins around. She's heavily guarded by Cruz, and now there's a possible steal by Schlick, but Tashir handles that one. Ma in for the court, and there's a travel by Ma. Ma picks up a traveling call there. As the Condors, this has been a tight possession game, folks. On 3 trips for each team, no one has scored so far. The Condors looking to take their first lead of the game. If they score in this possession, there's a double screen there for Cruz. She kicks it outside to Loke. Loke for 3, and what an important bucket for the Condors. Wow, 51-49 for their first lead of the game. Owens quickly up to Ma. Ma will take her time. She'll reset. She gets a screen for Tashir. Tashir cuts into the paint, and there's a steal right there by the Condors. It goes back to Logan Cruz. Cruz one-on-one against Ma. She takes it hard to the rack, draws the foul, and the bucket. The hoop in the harm for Logan Cruz, and the Condors storming back in the 4th quarter here. The Condors picking up the pace to this game here. Grizzlies thinking they have a dominant possession all throughout the game, which they did in the first half, but the Condors staying close, and now they secure their first lead with a 4-point lead, and that one's off on the M1 play, but nonetheless, she picked up an important bucket. That one goes to Logan Cruz. That one's kicked out to Hannah Lokes. Lokes will drive. She sees a gas. She kicks it out quickly to Kaler. Kaler will put up a jumper, and bang! And that one will be a 2-point jumper as well. Back come the Grizzlies looking to answer. That one goes to Megan Owens. Owens looking for space. She gets it off her sister, Sydney. Sydney back up for Megan. Megan up for Julia. Julia with space. She's quickly double teamed. She'll go in. What a Euro step. What a move. And she just can't finish that one. Kennedy Hall on the rebound. She's fighting for that one. And there's a little bit of contact there. A little frustrations boiling over. That was Karen Hamp. As the Condors decided to double up, they had obviously Schlick is going to be there, but instead of going with small ball when Jada Peugeot was in there, they decided to put in Karen Hamp in there. And Hamp also similar height to Schlick. Schlick 3 inches taller, so Ham standing at 5'11", 6'3". Ma goes in for a floater. She tries to draw a foul, but the referee's not going to bite on that one. Now here comes Kalier. Kalier quickly up to Hannah Lokes. Lokes waiting. She gives it off for Schlick. Schlick for Cruz. Cruz will fake the 3. She'll go in hard. She'll float that one in, and Cruz has the hot hand going forward. Call this Mamba mentality, folks. Last 3 possessions have all been Cruz. Timeout called for the Grizzlies as they tried to get this game under control. Condors up by 6 going forward. This timeout is brought to you by Kwantlen Polytechnic University. Push your career passion forward with Kwantlen Polytechnic University. Spring semester registration coming up soon. Log on to Kwantlen Polytechnic University to see what course fits your needs. And wow, what a fourth quarter this has been, folks. We don't have a high-scoring blowout that we did from last game, but boy, do we have a great game coming into this game here. Logan Cruz proving that she has the hot hand, and guess what, folks? Logan Cruz comes into this tournament as a 12th grader, so this is her graduating year. This will be her final year at this tournament as well. This is back-to-back 3A divisions. Last year, 3A was the top division, 4A is the top division this year, so it's the first annual tournament for 4A, but if they can secure a win here, Logan Cruz and Hannah Schlick, or Jasmine Schlick coming in at 6'3", Logan Cruz coming in at 5'6". It's a point guard center mix, kind of like our high school version of Kobe and Shaq. And now the Grizzlies will bring this up, and that's Sydney Owens. She gets it to Ma, and Ma can't handle that one. And subbing in number 12 for Sydney Ma, who's had a good game nonetheless, but coach feels otherwise, is Madison Zillwood as they decide to go big ball in the paint. Hannah Lokes. Lokes looking for space here. She finds Hemp and top of the key, goes back to Lokes. Lokes quickly covered by Owens. Lokes driving in the paint. She goes for a Euro step, gets that one off the inside of the rim. Then Schlick gets that one, and she draws contact on Julia Tashir. Tashir, we'll see how many fouls she has in this half. That's her 4th personal, and with 5:28 left in this game, she is a key component. Condors using her size against her, drawing fouls on her. That one's quickly kicked out to Kalier. Kalier back in for Schlick. Schlick puts it up, and that one's off. Zillwood tips the rebound to Megan. Megan Owens will bring this one up. Megan across for Sydney. Sydney has space. She decides to drive in. It's kicked out to Megan. Megan quickly covered by Lokes. Now it goes to Hall. Hall almost gets that picked off. It goes to Sydney. Sydney can't get that one over. It goes to Tashir. Tashir fighting through traffic and gets that layup in. Almost an and one play there. 49-57. The Condors have secured their first lead of the game, and it's most important timing here in the fourth quarter. Logan Cruz playing as strong as she is, and she is playing great. And Tashir hits that first one. And here she is lining up for her second free throw. Tashir hits the second free throw here. 2 important buckets, down by 7 with just about 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Here's Lokes. Lokes gets it to Cruz. Cruz quickly in for Schlick. And just a shot clock reset here. It'll be reset to 19 seconds. Cruz looking for an inbound play here. She finds Hemp. Hemp looking. She finds Lokes. Lokes covered heavily there. She drives in. She goes for the layup. She muscles her way through. And from Cruz to Lokes. Lokes with back-to-back buckets there, both off of drives, using her size to her advantage. Now it goes to Sydney Owens. Sydney Owens to Kennedy Hall. Hall at the top of the key, heavily guarded. She gives it off. And there it is, Zillwood. Zillwood to Megan Owens. Now to Sydney Owens. This could be an important 3. And that one's just short there. And now Kalier grabs the rebound. She'll slow it down. There's Hannah Lokes. Lokes will bring this one in. Lokes. Cruz across the corner to Kalier. Kalier looking for support. There's a cut. That frees up space for Lokes. Lokes will put up a 3, and that one's short off the front of the rim. Great rebound by Hemp. Hemp goes out to Kalier. Kalier can't hit that one either. And so the Grizzlies catch a break, and here comes Megan Owens. Sydney Owens. Sydney Owens walks this one up. She hands it off to her sister, Megan. And Megan gets it off for Tashir. Tashir with space, but she's not going to shoot that one. There's a mismatch in the post. They get it back to Tashir. Tashir draws a foul. We'll see if that one becomes a shooting foul as well. and it will be called a shooting foul here. And there will be a timeout called by the Condors. 51-59 is the score, trailing by 8 points. And just when we thought the Grizzlies could run away and secure this lead, the Condors battled back hard. And that is all thanks to Logan Cruz. Logan Cruz, folks, putting a what they call on social media Mamba mentality. She hits an important three-pointer here. She gets 4 more layups as well, 3 more layups as well. Logan Cruz really proving that she is going to play with the best, and in her graduating here, she has a point to prove. And same thing with Jasmine Schlick. Jasmine Schlick coming into this game with 4 blocks in the first half, and now she's got 3 blocks in the second half. She's got 7 blocks so far in this game, all in the defensive zone, obviously, and she's fighting off. She's got 4 offensive turnovers as well, and she's picking up the offensive glass. And a really big here to focus on, folks, is that the Condors have switched up their game to big ball, and they've gone with Hannah Lokes, and they've gone to Karen Hemp. Hannah Lokes, 5'11", Karen Hemp, 6 feet. Karen Hemp, the 11th grader, playing on starting lineups here. And it looks like there will be a sub. It looks like they'll be going back to small ball here, subbing in number 11. Number 5 will be coming in, Talia Ferguson. So they'll decide to opt for speed on the backcourt there to lock down on the Owen sisters. And Teixeira knocks down both free throws. That one's quickly up to Lokes, and the Grizzlies going with tough front court pressure. It quickly goes off. Logan Cruz trips off, so does the referee. And now goes to Hannah Lokes. Lokes for 3, and what a bucket! Hannah Lokes with a big three-pointer, 62-53, leading by 9 with 3:40 left in the fourth quarter. Now here comes Sydney Owens. Owens looking to retaliate here for the Grizzlies. It goes into Kennedy Hall. Hall gets Megan Owens. Megan Owens on the drive and sent back by Schlick. Schlick coming in up the court now. Condors 2-on-3, so she'll slow down. They'll reset to Cruz, and that one's going to go over and back. Just a poor pass by Schlick. Nonetheless, a big block by Schlick. Folks, what did I talk about earlier? It was the blocks during that timeout, and now she's at 8 blocks in the game. That one goes into Sydney Owens. Owens heavily guarded by Wright. That one quickly goes out. There's a 3, and oh, that one just sails wide. That would have been an important one there. Schlick gets it to Hannah Lokes. Lokes brings that one up. Loke gets that one off to Talia Ferguson. Ferguson quickly, heavily guarded there. She finds space. She gets it to Loke. And what a play by Jasmine Schlick. Jasmine Schlick proving that why she is one of the best here. This one's going up for Sydney Owens. Sydney Owens thinking about a 3. Instead, she hands it off to her sister. Now it goes to Julia Teixeira. Teixeira takes in contact, and she's quickly blocked. There's another one, and she'll draw yet another shooting foul here. It was a questionable call. Coach is asking for a travel call there, but nonetheless, the referees will just take the shooting foul for Julia Teixeira. Julia Teixeira cleaning up her free throws as she's drawing in contact this time. And she misses the first one after going 2 for 2 last time. She hits this one. This can put him back within 10. And she knocks down the second one. Condors keeping up, and it goes to Hannah Lokes. Big front court pressure there, but they get it out to Logan Cruz. Cruz right to Schlick, but it's quickly picked off by Hall. Now Teixeira will drip it up. Gives it up for Sydney Owens. Owens with space. She's going to drive this one up. Takes the contact and finishes that one. No call by the referee, so they'll play on here. Now Talia Ferguson heavily guarded by Owens. Ferguson gets it to Lokes. Lokes brings it back up. It goes to Cruz. Cruz with space. She'll drive in at the stairs. She'll pull up for the jumper. And oh, what an unlucky in and out bounce there. But the rebound goes in favor of the Condors. And that one's ripped out by Kennedy Hall. And here comes the Grizzlies. There it goes, Zillwood to Teixeira. Teixeira stuffed up by Hannah Lokes. And that'll be out of bounds, so no foul called here. Possible shooting foul, but no foul called at the end of the day. There's no space. It goes up to Teixeira. Teixeira covered up. She'll go for the top layup. Sydney Owens was open on the play, but nonetheless, it's out of bounds on the Condors again. The Grizzlies will go for a stack play here. We'll see how this one works out for them. And that one goes up for Kennedy Hall. Kennedy Hall kicks it to Zillwood. Zillwood for three, and that one's wide right once again. There's a great rebound, but Teixeira goes in for contact on this one, and she'll draw yet another foul. And the Condors are up to 5 fouls in the game, so that may put them in the bonus here. Teixeira shooting 2 more free throws again. She missed the first one last time. We'll see how she goes coming into this one. Teixeira. She knocks down the first one. That'll put him in within 7. And she finishes off that one, 58-64. Lokes going for a Hail Mary. It's picked off of Kennedy Hall. Cruz trying to recover that one. Hall kicks it out for Sydney Owens. Owens looking for some space. She gives it back for Hall. Hall looking. She finds Sydney Owens. Owens in for Teixeira. Teixeira out to Hall. Hall will go for the drive and sent back by Schlick one more time. But Megan Owens there to collect a rebound, and this time she draws contact. We'll see where the possession goes this time. And the Condors are going to call for a timeout. That's going to be another foul drawn by the Condors, and that puts the Grizzlies in the bonus. And I mean, with still about 3 minutes left in this quarter, folks, it is a big one to deal with. As the more fouls you draw for the Grizzlies, which they're opting to do now against the size of the Condors, it's going to make it easier for them to just cash in at the free throw line. And only trailing 58-64, not a big difference there. They're only trailing by 6 points. They can really come back into this game. So we'll see how that works out for them going forward. So the Condors now at 6 fouls in the game. They'll try their best here as they try to work out against the AAA tournament here. So the Chilliwack Eastern Valley Grizzlies coming in 3rd ranked in their division here in the tournament, and the North Central Prince George Duchess Park Condors come all the way down to Langley, finishing 1st in their division. And shooting here is Megan Owens. And, ooh, almost gets a lucky bounce there, but that one's not going to go through. And that one's in and out there, a lucky break for the Condors. And that one's going to go out of bounds on the Condors as well. Hemp can't control that one. And they're going to run another stack play here, and she hits it up for Kennedy Hall. Hall back to Sydney Owens. Owens for 3, and that one's just short once again. Grabbing that rebound is Hannah Lokes. Lokes gets it out for Logan Cruz. Cruz trying to call for that one. It's quickly tipped out by Megan Owens. So we're going to see heavy front court pressure here with 1.5 minutes left in this 4th quarter. That one's inbounded to Ferguson. Talia Ferguson taking that one in. She stops up. She waits here. She gives it off to Hannah Lokes. Lokes gives it up for Schlick. Schlick getting Cruz on the cut. Great cut by Cruz. She gives it up for Hemp. Hemp will pull up on the jumper. Great ball movements by the Condors. Cruz gets her 4th assist of the game. Of the half. And it's 1:19. The clock right now shows 1:16. The referee's just confirming with the scoreboard here. And that one goes into Sydney Owens. Owens runs this up. She gives it to Megan. Megan stops, getting support. Sydney Owens, heavily guarded by Cruz. Cruz quick on her toes. She gives it off to Julia Teixeira. Teixeira out for a 3, and that one once again bounces off the rim here. Here comes Logan Cruz. Cruz heavily guarded by Megan Owens. She fights her off, and then she gets it up for Hemp. Hemp comes into the court here, tries to give it back to Cruz, and that's exactly what she does. Cruz, crossover moves to get past Owens. Cruz in the corner for Talia Ferguson. Ferguson throws it up, and there's no basket there. Then there's a rebound, and she gets that one in. That's Hemp on the board once again. Karen Hemp comes in at 6 feet tall in grade 11. She gets her 2nd rebound of the half and puts that one in. Julia Teixeira going hard in the paint, but Schlick making that hard for her. And now almost stolen. And it will be Condors ball after a reach-in foul by Megan Owens, number 4. And Logan Cruz gets that one. She gets it up. for Schlick, and Schlick is fouled once again. So now 3 fouls on the board for the Grizzlies. They're going to try their best to get into the bonus here to slow down the game, foul the game up, and hopefully hope the Condors can miss. Nonetheless, the Condors have been perfect from the free throw line in this half. And this one goes to Talia Ferguson. Ferguson brings this one up. They're opting not to foul here. It goes to Logan Cruz. It goes to Lokes. Lokes wide open for 3, and that one bounces off the back rim. Great rebound by Hemp. They're fighting for this one, and it goes to Talia Ferguson for lock. There goes to Schlick. Back to Talia Ferguson. Ferguson will reset. Only 18 seconds left on the clock here in the fourth quarter. They're opting not to foul. Logan Cruz to Talia Ferguson. Ferguson back for Cruz. 10 seconds on the clock. 8 seconds on the shot clock. There goes to Talia Ferguson. She'll kick it out for Lokes. Lokes for 3. And that one bounces out once again. 3 seconds left on the clock. They'll hold the ball here. They'll get it out for Teixeira. And the Condors pick up a massive win here. The Prince George Duchess Condors come in #1 in the North Central Division. And what a huge win for the Condors. It's something you don't see too often here, especially not something that the Chilliwack Eastern Valley Grizzlies are used for. And coming into the Eastern Valley Division, the Grizzlies finished off in a great possession game there. Great game from both halves there. The Grizzlies were very dominant in the first half, but the Condors just didn't give up, getting back within 1 in the end of the third quarter. Logan Cruz turning on the Gents. Schlick playing as tough as she has been in the post and going in forward. She has performed time in and time and again. Stay tuned for the next game coming up, and stay tuned for more junior girls basketball coming up in 10 minutes here